Listen, man, biggest news story that has come out probably this year is the situation with David, all right? That is a topic that has been a very talked about topic within the last week, but not only talked about within the entire section of the internet, but also within the Discord. David threw it all away. Let's skim past this very quickly. Nah, this is... I don't think I can skim it, man. There's too much shit. My brother thinks he's innocent. Do I kill him? But tell your brother that the worst case scenario is that David is allegedly a pedophile, kidnapper, murderer, groomer, rapist. That is the worst. The best case scenario for David is that he's just a groomer. Tell your brother that. Allegedly, chat. Allegedly. But we've all seen it, all right? There's so many videos about it. I mean, look at my recommended right now, man. It's all David. It is all David. Fantano just released a video about it. I've been seeing, what's his name? Dom. He's in the niche that I used to be in with the rap genre. He's going crazy with videos. Trap Lore Ross is going crazy with the videos, man. It's everywhere. So here is a thread that I'm sure people have seen. It's been covered in videos. It's literally been covered absolutely everywhere. First off, with the most obvious, as you guys already know, the situation started all the way at the beginning of September when there was a dead body that was found in David's car. All right. Everyone was going like, okay, he might have been framed. That was the general consensus because everyone was like, David, there's no fucking way. He's on tour. Jason had a clip recently go viral of him talking about how David was innocent because he's on tour. And then everyone started spinning that. Once we started learning more about this, everyone started spinning that Jason clip to make it sound like Jason was defending him after everything was found out. But with more context, you start to understand everyone's sentiment was that he could have potentially been framed. Now we know that. I don't fucking know about that one. The police revealed that Celeste was not fully complete. It's so disgusting. Yeah, because apparently the body was in there decomposing. Like, I want to talk about the details, but I'm not sure how far I can go with the details, especially on Twitch, because this is a situation that deserves more attention, especially for the girl Celeste, right? She was only 14. There's a big misconception that she passed away at 15. She unfortunately passed away at 14. And most of these clips that everyone's seeing her in, she's 13. That's the biggest distinction, is that she's not 15, all right? She died at 14, but there were accounts about her being 15. She was younger. So that's why I believe that this situation deserves more attention, because this is absolutely fucking horrid, right? Once it was ID'd that the body in the car was Celeste, that's when all of this started blowing up. People started posting screenshots of Celeste and David together. This was the first proof that I remember seeing dropping of the fact that he knew the victim. That's when it was so much more of just like, wait a fucking second. Why is David hanging around this alleged 14-year-old? You know what I mean? Why did no one speak up? I know they got paid off, but come on, there has to be like a snitch or something. She was found the day after her 15th birthday and it was decomposing, so obviously died before 15. Yeah. I remember when this came out and a lot of people on the Reddit, because I was looking at the David subreddit because a lot of the updates were coming out as like the situation was going on. I remember a lot of people making threads of like, guys, can I separate the art from the artist? It's like, first of all, that is not the type of conversations we should be having right now. People like that are very, very selfish when it comes to situations like these, because that is not the first thing that you should be thinking of is, can I still listen to his music? Yo, there's a victim. There is a very clear victim in this situation. We should be paying more attention to that than your fucking music. All right. And secondly, the music was about the victim. Do you really want to separate the artist from the artist? How do you even do that if the music is literally inspired by a real life victim, a 13-year-old at that? What are we doing? What are we doing? So as stuff was starting to come out, chat, Discord messages started leaking from David's Discord, where a lot of people were talking about knowing of Celeste, knowing of different usernames, knowing of all of this stuff about how they were dating. These messages are real. This is the Discord. This is David's Discord right now. All these messages that you just saw that we reviewed, this is Sophia right here where they're talking about the Yay Woohoo 7, or this person who talked about the missing girl back in 2024. These are all real. This is the real David Discord. All the messages that you're seeing are all here. Not to say that you guys didn't believe it before, but when this was all coming out, think of it, right? This is context of this is all coming out. I went to go reconfirm it. It's actually real. People knew. People fucking knew. And that is the most disgusting thing to me, is that the mods definitely knew because they had a message. Yeah. So in the Discord server, the mods made a announcement about how they didn't know anything regarding Celeste. They didn't know her true age. They thought she was 18, 19. Additionally, we don't know anything about this, like whatever the case may be. I just want y'all to know, like I said, I was in this Discord server before the 19th, but right after the 14th, around the time that the stuff was starting to come out. But here's the issue with this message, is that this message came out after wherever the fucking owner is. I don't know where he went. His name's Mogi or something. He pinged the server multiple times, like on some like joking shit where he's just like, I love y'all and tell your moms I love them, and then deleted the message. Like, it took them so long to actually lock in with the message that not only do people obviously not believe the mod team, but I specifically don't believe the mod team because I was seeing them just joke about the situation before posting this message. It's very uncaring. No, you're completely right, Magic Potato. It is very uncaring because as you'll start to see with other messages that I'm sure is included into this thread, a lot of people were talking about Celeste being missing before it was a mainstream topic. As you already saw, the message that I showed where the person, what's his name? Panzalo. Yeah, where David was like, guys, I'm in a song crisis. And he was like, drop the one with the missing girl, Celeste. Like, people knew that they were David's girlfriend, and then random people who didn't have relations to anything David also knew who Celeste was. Things are not correlating with each other, you know what I mean? To a point to where it's just like, how much did you really know? Everyone failed this girl. Unfortunately, that is the most unfortunate part about this situation, that everybody failed this girl. The family, because how did she, for 17 months, the mother barely even knew what David looked like. She just knew that she had a boyfriend named David. There was allegations about Celeste's sister pimping her out. Friends were paid off. The people around David just like knew, but are claiming they didn't know. Really? This is like the biggest cover up ever. This is a big thing. Let me go through more of the thread right here. I just wanted to show this real quick. These are more messages of David and Celeste allegedly. So this is apparently their interactions. People knew that he had a girlfriend. All this other shit, like finna tell Celeste, getting paid with, like, the same Ben person you saw from the second one. Like, these guys know that he has a girlfriend named Celeste, all right? And apparently other people in the Discord knew that she was a missing person. So, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of information that is just colliding with each other with not a lot of substantial evidence. I remember when this came out, chat, I'm sure you've seen this message everywhere. The person who I think made this message said that they kind of hated seeing this message everywhere. Unfortunately, it is kind of a part of the situation. It's a public message. But this is him talking about, before any of this became public, about close friend's little sister running away, allegations of the pimping that I mentioned before, how Celeste was in 7th grade, LA sweeped this place in the hills, which they just recently did again, and they were talking about how they were afraid that the girl was, like, who they're thinking of was the girl that was victimized, which unfortunately it ended up being. It is a speculation. It literally happened. I don't really care if you've heard nice things about him. These are all personal experiences. Well, the victim is a female, wavy black hair, and tattoo mean anything to you? Not really trying to release any identifying information because it absolutely sounds like her. My heart is breaking. I don't want to mess anything up regarding the investigation. I'll talk about it with LAPD. Like, this person also had an idea that this was that person. I'm sure you guys have seen this. We're basically just going over all the information that is kind of already here. David potentially talking about her again. This is some manipulative type shit. When I was writing this, I got a notification from you as you were talking about wanting to be with your mom and sister again. Take me to where I belong. But our circumstance will allow us to be in our ideal situations. We gotta pull through it, bro. What? Like, add the context that you already know from the situation to this message. This shit is so fucking manipulative. Okay, this one I'm a little bit uncertain about showing. This one is a lot more triggering, but there are allegations of David being a rapist because of messages that were leaked about her talking about her cycles. And unfortunately, there was another person mentioned in here, Gus, that the brother of Celeste then said had passed away, that also is under a similar umbrella as David. It's a fucked up situation. It is so fucked up, right? That is also another allegation on top of these things. All of it's linked in this thread, right? So here's her with David. Obviously, you can't really see because she's covering her face. But when you look at other photos, which you will see around this time of 2023, they were together a lot. I think you could see the slideshow for a second. Hold on. Oh my God, that's the song. Dude, I don't know if you guys have seen TikTok, but like every time this song plays on TikTok, I feel like I see like a new fucking edit of someone being like, this song is so good. Like, why did it have to be about a 12-year-old? Like, oh my God. Or it's either that, or the second thing is I've seen people try to make this a TikTok trend. I have seen people try to make this a TikTok trend where it's a slideshow of a nigga holding his phone being like, trying to look all fancy and shit. And then the other slide is his girlfriend. I'm so serious. I might have to try to find it. I'm so serious. I might have to try to find it because of this song. I'm sure you guys have seen this or heard this song everywhere, but this is allegedly a leak of a song where he was talking about Celeste. In the song, he talks about, oh, Celeste, the girl with my name tatted on her chest, talking about wanting her to be suicidal because of how like crazy their love is. Think of it, right? 2023, David is 18, about to turn 19. This girl is 12, 13. What? And y'all are trying to make this a TikTok trend? Are we dead ass? So this is mainly the part.
Celeste, the girl with my name tattooed on her chest. Her voice each time I take a breath.
Genuinely so eerie when you know the context of it. Genuinely, man. I don't know how people can enjoy this song. I'm gonna keep it real. Like, that's the unfortunate thing, and that is a conversation objectively I feel like we can have, is the fact that David was a talented singer. He wouldn't be as successful as he was. But the song is so demented that when you know the context of it, I look past the talent and I just see fucked up. Voice of an angel talking about devilish shit. That is what we're seeing right here. Fact that it's a trend, yeah, I might have to find that. Hold up, let me see if I can find it real quick, chat. Using David and Celeste's situation and his song to post about your relationship is so weird, man. This isn't a trend. A real 14-year-old girl was killed. This is what I'm talking about. This is the trend. Oh, Celeste, the girl with my name tatted on her chest, where it's this relationship. I don't know if the girl's name's Celeste. I don't think that's fucking relevant. I kind of don't care. This is just disgusting. Look at those tags. Oh, dude, chat, look at the fucking tags. Hashtag relationship. Hashtag David. Hashtag Celeste. This shouldn't be a fucking unpopular opinion, but David and Celeste were not in a relationship. That is not a relationship. An 18-year-old dating a 13-year-old is not a relationship. This is not something that should be normal. This is not normal. This is not normal. This is not normal. I'm sure you guys have already seen this. You guys already mentioned it before. Even more allegations of David paying off her friends, which I found very scary. Because when this came out, chat, people literally triangulated and like found the coordinates of where this nigga was at to find out the fact that he was 0.6 miles away from Celeste's house. Before it was ever revealed that this was near where she was at, because the police eventually confirmed that this is near where Celeste was at. People found it out on the internet within like minutes of this coming out. Within minutes. I'm pretty sure this is real. Oh, this is even more proof that they knew each other as well. So as we kind of already went over before, chat, you're going to see some of the photos we've already seen. Same hair type, same everything, same kind of like style, right? David being caressed by Celeste. Right here, more stuff of their relationship. This is literally them together. You can see it. It's that's Celeste. That's David right there. Her talking about loving her boyfriend. This bracelet that people found out that David was wearing after the fact of her being murdered. Remember, she left the house. They said it on the missing poster that she left the house with Hello Kitty slippers. Here they are right there. She has an obsession with Hello Kitty, who also has an obsession with Hello Kitty. David as well. There's a lot of correlations going on here. More stuff about she has a David tattoo along with the tattoo that they both have. Her talking about David being her boyfriend. It's cooked. It's fucking cooked. More stuff about them being together. Quedeca also severing any association. I saw a lot of other people severing any kind of association they had to anything David, whatever the case may be. This is the conversation that they had with the brother, where the brother gave his thoughts on what the situation could have potentially been. Like I said, people going to family members. Now, okay, this is crazy. This one is crazy. This one is crazy. This is them on a live stream.
Wait.
Oh, look at answer that one. That's so mean if you don't answer
Which
that.
one? What's good?
That one, yeah.
Oh, thank you, Mitochondria. Appreciate you.
I gotta stop with him if you even.
We
We need to delete this.
Are we, Maz, can we delete all VODs? And then as soon as the stream ends, delete the stream too?
Like, that's crazy. Talking about diddling kids right after she's like, delete all the VODs. You guilty ass motherfucker. Him talking about liking gore. Where's the thing where he's talking about, yeah, I used to be addicted to watching gore vids. Live Leak was bookmarked. Like, that's just insanity.
That's controversial.
They're talking about David Flight Epstein stuff. What is going on, chat? You know what I mean? But there's so much more shit, chat. Right before I went live, they were talking about how they already raided his house as well. They raided his house again. They actually got a couple of electronics, like they took them out of the house. And then David and his manager, actually right here, David and his manager have reportedly broken the lease on their $20,000 a month Hollywood home, just days after LAPD raided the property in connection with the homicide investigation of Celeste. Dude, it's cooked. A message from 2024 around the first time that she ran away. We have a random fucking comment. The 20K likes is after people found this out, but waiting for LAPD to get your ass for messing with a 13-year-old girl. A year and a half ago, gang? Here is the conclusion. David is a weirdo. People knew about this, chat. After all the evidence we've went through, people knew about this. People close to him, circle, mods, they knew. Now, the level of extent that we know for how much people knew, we don't know. That is the David situation. There's so much more stuff. That's the thing. I didn't even cover everything, chat. There's so much more stuff.